I have an interesting sketch for you guys today. This particular commission came from Charles P. Rossio, who just happens to be the lead singer of the metal band Tension Head, which you can hear in the background right now. This first song is called Panic Attack, and it's pretty freaking sweet. What is this that I fear? I thought I feared nothing at all. I met Charles while doing a trade for Garbage Pail Kids, as we're both collectors. Well, we got to talking, and lo and behold, I found out he's the lead singer of a kick-ass metal band, and he found out I'm a GPK artist. This was a completely custom one, not based on any existing GPK character. He wanted me to draw him with the gladiator mask and gladius, holding his signature Budweiser, while super jumping out of the Roman Colosseum, not just jumping. Blue jeans, white t-shirt, wristbands. Actually, you might notice the way I originally sketched out the wristbands, I had planned to make them a little fuzzy, like to absorb the sweat or whatever. But I looked through a few band photos and noticed that wasn't really the style. They were more like wrapped leather bands, smoother, you know? So you'll see when I get to the coloring that I try to modify it a bit. I'd already inked it with that sort of fuzziness to it, at least on the outline. But hopefully it came across okay when I did the coloring and inked over it a bit, added some white highlighting. Also, fun fact, when I originally did a quick rough draft of this, I had put a can of Bud Light in his hand instead of a bottle of Budweiser, for shame. Fortunately, I checked with him before, so I was able to fix that. You know, sometimes the details that might seem irrelevant can make or break a piece. I'm hoping I didn't misrepresent anything else on this one. It felt pretty good, you know. I like the way this one turned out. This second song here is called Brawler. You wanna fight? Come and fight me. I'll whoop your ass just like Bruce Lee. I'm flying lead and your head to my knee. Next time I'll do it slower so that you can see. We all know how tough you are, but now you're laying on the floor by the bar. Some say I'm a going far, so remember my name because tonight I'm a star. on to the inking now here. Starting out with my typical Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen. I'm also using a Micron and a Copic liner for the smaller details. The Budweiser label and the Coliseum definitely had the most micro details in this one. Although some of the parts on the mask were pretty small too, like the spikes and whatnot. The eyes are always hardest to get all those little details in there. But I think it worked out okay. I really enjoy the inking. I mean, I enjoy all the parts really, but once I have the pencil down and I can just kind of go over it with the inks, it just feels good. By the way, this song in the background right now is called Deep Sleep. It's just a dream. With every last bit of energy I got, I'm gonna give it my best and give it one more shot. I will decide I wanna be alive. Got things to do and I will survive. Fell from the sky, tears in my eye. Don't wanna die, it's just a dream. Fell from the sky, tears in my eye. Don't wanna die, it's just a dream. 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 I'm seeing things that I've never seen. I'm seeing things that I've never seen. I'm seeing things I've never seen. I'm seeing things, it's just a dream. I'm seeing things I've never seen. I'm seeing things, it's just a dream. 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 This track here is called So I Say, and I think it might be one of my favorites. I really like it a lot. Moving on to the color here. Using my typical Copic markers for this, I've actually gone through and replaced most of my Prismacolor markers with Copics. The major advantage I have over those is the fact that you can get the refills, you can get replacement nibs. So, you know, I've had a couple of markers where the tips, the nibs, they dry out. And I don't know if it's because maybe I forgot to put the cap on all the way or something, but in any case, you just pop them right out. toss in a new one, refill the ink if needed, and it soaks it right up and it's fresh and new. So it's really nice. As I go through this, I do add in some inking, just to add some texture and stuff like that. You'll see it mostly when I do the blue jeans there, because the jeans are going to be textured a bit more. You can add in some sort of scratches and just sort of that extra little shading in there. It kind of helps with those liners. This track is called All You. I think I mentioned earlier that I did a rough first before I started doing this card. When I do that, I usually do it digitally so I can, move things around easier and whatnot. It lets me tweak things a bit. And you can see this is what I was talking about earlier with the wristbands there. So I start lining in some of the bands, try to get a little bit better, and then you can see when I color in the grays, add in a little bit of white highlighting. I just tried to smooth out the outlines a bit, make it a little less fuzzy. Anyway, what I was saying about the digital stuff is, I can change some angles of things and just kind of get things how I want them to be oriented, and it's just good for roughing things out, especially on these custom pieces. On the ones where I'm just essentially recreating something that already exists, I can typically just put the pencil right down on the card. Sometimes I can go right to the ink. But that's usually just for, fun, testing out things, getting more familiar with some of the characters that I'm not as familiar with. But when I'm doing actual commissions, return cards, things like that, I take a bit more time.
It's all you
track is called Repossession. And it's time for the blood and the beer. Not necessarily the greatest combos to mix together, if you're planning on finishing the beer, that is. But the beer's good. Lastly, move it into the background elements, starting with the Colosseum, then move it into the ground, sort of the greenery, just sort of sky in the background, that kind of stuff. This final track is called PPO. And if you've stuck around long enough for the whole video, I appreciate you watching. If you want to see more content, obviously, do the usual, subscribe, like, whatever. Lets me know that you like these things. It does take a while to put these things together, especially when I do these kind of voiceovers. But, I think sometimes people might appreciate hearing some of the thought that goes into these things, so if you like it, let me know.
I got somehow. I need to show you how that I can please you now. I think I'm loving you. Tell me what you wanna do. I'm loving being with you. You're my obsession. Yeah, yeah. You know I want to. Yeah, yeah. You're my obsession. Yeah, yeah. You know I need you. You're my obsession. Yeah, yeah. You know I want to. Yeah, yeah. You're my obsession. Yeah, yeah. You know I need you. Gotta have you now. Somewhere, someone, somehow. I need to show you how that I can please you now. I think I'm loving you. Tell me what you wanna do. I'm loving being with you until the sun goes down. I gotta have you now. Somewhere, someone, somehow. I need to show you how that I can please you now. I think I'm loving you. Tell me what you wanna do. I'm loving being with you.